Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Brightening text 24, text 25 and text 26 of chapter 3, Karma Yoga, the discharge of one's prescribed duty in Krishna's consciousness of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Text 24. Utside yuri me lokana kurayam karma chedaham संस्कारस्य च कर्ता स्यामु पहनया मिमाह प्रजाह. If I did not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put to ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. Varna Sanskar is unwanted population which disturbs the peace of the general society. In order to check this social disturbance, there are prescribed rules and regulations by which the population can automatically become peaceful and organized for spiritual progress in life. When Lord Krishna descends, naturally, he deals with such rules and regulations in order to maintain the prestige and necessity of such important performances. The Lord is the father of all living entities, and if the living entities are misguided, indirectly the responsibility goes to the Lord. Therefore, whenever there is general disregard of regulative principles, the Lord himself descends and corrects the society. One should, however, note carefully that although we have to follow in the footsteps of the Lord, we still have to remember that we cannot imitate him. Following and imitating are not on the same level. We cannot imitate the Lord by lifting Govardhan hill, as the Lord did in his childhood. It is impossible for any human being. We have to follow his instructions, but we may not imitate him at any time. The Srimad Bhagavatam 10.33.30-31 affirms, Naitat समाचरेज जातु मनसापि ही अनईश्वरः विनाशयति आकरण मौद्याद यथा रुद्रो अब्धिजाम विषम ईश्वराणां वचः सत्यम तथा इवा चरितां क्वचित् तेषां यत स्ववच युक्तं बुद्धिमामस्त समाचरेत. One should simply follow the instructions of the Lord and his empowered servants. Their instructions are all good for us, and any intelligent person will perform them as instructed. However, one should guard against trying to imitate their actions. One should not try to drink the ocean of poison in imitation of Lord Shiv. We should always consider the position of the Ishwaras, or those who can actually control the movements of the moon and sun, as superior. Without such power, one cannot imitate the Ishwaras, who are super powerful. Lord Shiv drank poison to the extent of swallowing an ocean. But if any common man tries to drink even a fragment of such poison, he will be killed. There are many pseudo-devotees of Lord Shiv who want to indulge in smoking ganja, marijuana and similar intoxicating drugs, forgetting that by so imitating the acts of Lord Shiv, they are calling death very near. Similarly, there are some pseudo-devotees of Lord Krishna who prefer to imitate the Lord in his Ras Leela or dance of love, forgetting that their inability to lift Govardhan hill. It is best, therefore, that one not try to imitate the powerful but follow simply their instructions. Nor should one try to occupy their posts without qualification. There are so many incarnations of God without the power of the Supreme Godhead. Text 25. Saktah karmanya vidavamaso yatha kurvanti bharat. Kurayad vidavamastha sakta shravi kira shuraloka sangraham. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading people on the right path. A person in Krishna's consciousness and a person not in Krishna's consciousness may be differentiated by different desires. A Krishna's conscious person does not do anything which is not conducive to development of Krishna's consciousness. He may even act exactly like the ignorant person who is too much attached to material activities, but one is engaged in such activities for the satisfaction of his sense gratification, whereas the other is engaged for the satisfaction of Krishna. Therefore, the Krishna's conscious person is required to show the people how to act and how to engage the results of action for the purpose of Krishna's consciousness. Text 26. न बुद्धि भेदम जनयेद ज्ञानाम कर्म संगीनाम जोशयेत सर्व कर्माणि विद्वान युक्तः समाचरन्. So as not to disrupt the minds of ignorant men attached to the fruitive results of prescribed duties, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities for the gradual development of Krishna's consciousness. Veda is cha sarvair aham iva vedyah. That is the end of all Vedic rituals. All rituals, all performances of sacrifices and everything that is put into the Vedas, including all direction for material activities, are meant for understanding Krishna, who is the ultimate goal of life. But because the conditioned souls do not know anything beyond sense gratification, they study the Vedas to that end. But through fruitive activities and sense gratification regulated by the Vedic rituals, one is gradually elevated to Krishna's consciousness. Therefore, a realized soul in Krishna's consciousness should not disturb others in their activities or understanding, but he should act by showing how to utilize the results of all work in dedication to the service of Krishna. The learned Krishna's conscious person may act in such a way that the ignorant person working for sense gratification may learn how to act and how to behave. Although the ignorant man is not to be disturbed in his activities, a slightly developed Krishna's conscious person may directly be engaged in the service of the Lord without waiting for other Vedic formulae. For this fortunate man, there is no need to follow the Vedic rituals, because by direct Krishna's consciousness, one can have all the results one would otherwise derive from following one's prescribed duties. Thank you.